Hello and welcome. Welcome to the New Jersey Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/New Jersey. I would now like to turn it over and welcome our presenters. We'll first be hearing from today, the University of South Florida.
Thank you so much. Let me share my screen. There we go. Alrighty, well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to be talking about the University of South Florida. And just to introduce myself, my name is Christy Pugh. I'm the regional recruiter advisor, and I work with students in the Northeast, and I'm actually based out of New Jersey. So I'm not actually in sunny Florida right now. I wish I was with these palm trees. But just to give you an overview of the University of South Florida is located in the greater Tampa Bay area, and it has a overall enrollment of around 50,000 students. So though we are a large university, we still maintain an average class size of around 33 students, so similar to what you're seeing in high school. As far as diversity, USF really does pride itself in our diversity, with 41.5% of our students coming from diverse backgrounds. And we do have students from all 50 states and 141 different countries. Of those 50 states, our biggest out-of-state population is actually from New Jersey. So we see a lot of New Jersey students coming down to Florida to go to USF. And we do have over 200 majors and concentrations. So odds are, whatever major you're looking for, we probably have it at USF. We are America's fastest rising university, and we are now ranked number 46 by US News and World Report, and we are very proud of that fact. Fastest rising, what that means is just we have risen in the rankings quite a lot in the past 10 years, so that just proves to us and proves to everyone that we are on the right trajectory to make our way to the top. USF is one university geographically distributed. So what that means is when I say USF or University of South Florida, I'm referring to all three of our campuses. So we have locations in Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, Manatee. Each campus offers something a little bit different, a little bit unique. When you apply, you will actually get to choose what campus you want to attend. Our Tampa campus is the largest of the three. You could kind of think of it as our main campus. It's a large public university. When you think of that, that's the Tampa campus. Our St. Petersburg campus is a little bit smaller. It's located right on the water, right near Clearwater Beach, which is one of the top beaches in Florida. So if you're into outdoor recreation, going to the beaches on the weekend, that might be more your scene, our St. Petersburg campus. And lastly, we have our Sarasota Manatee campus. That is the smallest of the three campuses. It only has a couple thousand students on that campus. So whatever you choose, it's up to you and what you're looking for in your college experience. Oops. In regards to student life, so we do have over 700 student organizations ranging from Greek life all the way to smaller academic clubs, so just ways to get involved on campus. And we do have over 1,000 on-campus events each year. So the photos kind of show you some of the events that take place pre-COVID, but those events do happen. We are NCAA Division I athletics, so we play in the American Conference, and we actually share a stadium with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that NFL team where the Super Bowl was, that's actually where our Bulls play as well. If you're interested in sports but don't necessarily want to play at a D1 level, we do have our recreation and intramural sports as well. And then my personal fun fact about campus is there is a Publix on campus, so that's very convenient for our students. Now we're going to kind of change gears now and talk about the freshman admission information. So you can apply to the University of South Florida in three different ways. You can apply on the Common App, the Coalition app, or USF admissions website. It does not matter which one you choose. We're going to look at them all the same, just whatever is easiest for you. And our application is pretty straightforward. All we need is a $30 application fee or an application fee waiver, your official high school transcript, and your official ACT or SAT test scores. That's it. Once you submit those, your application is complete. And I included our admitted freshman profile on there just to give you an idea of what the average admitted student, what their GPA and test score was, just to give you an idea of the ranges we're looking for. As far as cost of attendance for our tuition and fees, housing and meals, books and supplies, and other, you're looking at around $34,000 for the academic year for a non-resident, aka an out-of-state student. And yes, that is a lot of money, but when you compare that to other out-of-state schools, even some in-state schools, our rates are extremely competitive, and you definitely need to consider cost of attendance when looking at schools. One of the ways to offset that tuition cost is going to be through scholarships. We do offer merit scholarships. So these are based solely on merit. So if you have the GPA, you have the test score, you're automatically going to qualify for the scholarship so long as you apply by the deadline. Speaking of deadlines, kind of winding down with that, our application opens on July 1, so that's when you could start applying, and you want to make sure you apply by January 1. That's our priority application deadline. That just gives you your best chances of admission since you've made us a priority, and we do see that. But if you don't meet that January 1 deadline, please apply by February 15th so we can consider you for those scholarships I just spoke on. And then May 1 is our admissions deposit deadline. That's the last day for you guys to tell us, hey, I want to be part of this Bulls family. Let us know by May 1. And that is everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know that was a lot of information in a very short amount of time. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat or reach out to me. This is my contact information. And I thank you guys so much for listening to me today, and go Bulls.
Great. Thank you, Christy, for starting us off today. Really happy to have you present on the University of South Florida. Our next school is going to be the College for Creative Studies. Just want to remind all of our attendees about that Q&A box, and make sure you can feel free to ask questions while the schools are presenting, or you can also ask them at the end about schools that have come or go. So please don't forget that Q&A. All right, April, we'll have you get it for College of Creative Studies.
Wonderful. Yes. So we're going to shoot up the United States to Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, to talk about the College for Creative Studies. A little bit about me while I am about to share my screen with y'all is I'm April Sigay. I am the Assistant Director at the College for Creative Studies. I am also an alumni. So the College for Creative Studies, like I had mentioned, is in Detroit, Michigan. We are one campus with 2 sites located directly in the city. So we have our oldest site, which is the Walter and Josephine Ford campus, which houses a lot of our more traditional art majors. All of our majors are a bachelor's in the fine arts. The Ford site is located directly behind the Detroit Institute of Arts, is right by the African American History Museum. And it also is, it's kind of like in that cultural hub of the city. 1 mile north in New Center, we have the Taubman Center of Design. This houses all of our more design majors. It was actually, this building was gifted to us by GM, General Motors, back in 2008. CCS is really proud about not only its world-class facility, world-class faculty, but also the world-class facilities that we offer. We do also have housing here at CCS. We have loft-style housing over at the Taubman Center. It is an open floor plan. And then we also have our apartment-style housing at the Art Center building, which is housed in the Ford site. We do also offer free parking to all of our students, and we also have meal plans. So even though the apartment style housing has a kitchen, you can choose to be on the meal plan, which can be used at our grab and go cafeteria at the Ford campus, as well as a large cafeteria and Tim Hortons at the Taubman. A little bit about our program. So like I mentioned, we offer a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in art and design majors. So here you can see kind of a handful of all of our majors. They are all 4 years long. And again, you get that Bachelor's of Fine Arts. I'm going to talk a little bit about our alumni success. Our alumni from CCS are doing some amazing things. We have Tim Flattery, who graduated and is also chair of our entertainment arts department that houses animation, game design, concept design, digital film, and he still works in the industry. He has worked on Thor, Hunger Games, Guardians of the Galaxy. We also have Sarah Bromley, who actually started off in a different major, but she is now working, she was part of Black Panther. We have one of our product design majors, alumni, who as a student at CCS decided to do something about the homeless situation that she was seeing, where she created a jacket that turned into a sleeping bag. And she is actually still doing this to this day after she graduated. And she houses a lot, not she houses, she had hired a lot of the women that she was working with in the homeless shelters. So not only is she creating a great product, but she also was able to provide jobs to some of the people in the city. Again, a lot of our alumni and a lot of our videos are all on the website. So I will go into a little bit about our admissions process. So the admissions process for CCS is fairly simple. You want to complete the free online application. You can do that at any time. And then all you need else to apply is to submit your transcripts, so your high school transcripts. All we are looking at is for a 2.5 GPA or higher. And then we want you to show us your artwork. So we do not need to see the ACT or SAT test scores. To be accepted is just having that 2.5 GPA and then showing us that portfolio. So just to give a brief overview about our portfolio, here are some examples from high school students that are now attending CCS. All we're looking for is at least a minimum of 8 pieces of your best artwork into that portfolio. You do want to take a look and see where you want to apply, because if you want to apply for one of our drawing majors, such as illustration, transportation design, concept design, you want to make sure that you have drawing in that portfolio. I also want to talk a little bit about some of our deadlines. We have the early action deadline of December 1st. That is if you want to be eligible for our highest merit scholarships and early registration. We have the February 1st priority deadline. And then after February 1st, it's always a rolling deadline. And then May 1st is when the deposit is due. So I am going to stop sharing right now. I know that was a quick, brief overview of everything, but I'm going to put a few links into the chat so you can direct yourself to the website to see more admissions material, see stuff about portfolio, and then definitely how to visit CCS virtually and then also in person. But thank you all for listening to me today.
Thank you so much, April, for sharing the College for Creative Studies. Our next school today will be Columbia College, Chicago.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for y'all. Perfect. Awesome. Thank y'all so much for having me. My name is Jasenia Sanchez. I am an admissions officer here at Columbia. I'm originally from New Jersey and moved out to Chicago when I started attending Columbia. So I'm also an alumni and excited to kind of just give you a foundation of who Columbia is so that y'all can start the kind of exploring process of Columbia, okay? Now, Columbia is a private liberal arts college in downtown Chicago in a South Loop neighborhood. We're a school that really combines creative and media arts, liberal arts, and business expertise. Through our curriculum, you're going to see and experience rigorous academics, hands-on learning, collaboration, and career preparation. You'll hear it throughout many of our whether it's brochures or presentations, because we really believe in combining those things to give the student the best experience. We incorporate business, marketing, and entrepreneur skills into your education because these are the skills that are really transferable and can prepare you for countless paths within your industry. We're home to around 7,000 students, mostly undergraduate, with a small graduate student population. In fall 2020, we welcomed around 1,700 new freshmen and transfer students to campus. We're proud to offer small class sizes and a low faculty to student ratio. Our average class size is around 18 students. As with any average, there are some of your more specialized and advanced classes that will be smaller, while some of the larger classes, those are the foundational ones that you'll see typically in the first year. We do allow students to take both major and other requirements from the first year that they start attending. Now, a little bit more about the student experience. We have a goal, and that is to foster a creative learning environment for our students. an environment that really just isn't in classes, but extends to our clubs, our residence centers downtown, and the city of Chicago itself, right? That's your playground. We really understand the creative student. Students have access to different facilities to really put their skills to work and expand your portfolio. I always tell my students, make sure you're utilizing everything you have access to during your time at Columbia. You know, learn from everyone and use everything. So that's like the centers that you're seeing here on screen, the people you're meeting in your classrooms, so that way you're kind of utilizing all the resources you're gaining at once. Now, we have over 60 majors at Columbia. You're gonna see them here in fields like visual arts, performing arts, media and digital arts, communication and writing, music and sound, and business and management. If any of these catch your eye, we have lots of information about each of these on our website at colum.edu/majors. You'll be able to kind of see more about our curriculum, what kind of classes you're going to be taking, what kind of projects you'll be doing so that you can build your portfolio as you go along. We do offer some select programs as a BFA or BMUS. These programs are more credit intensive and have some different requirements to apply into, but you can definitely receive more details when the time comes. Now, I always like to highlight career development. Our students, faculty members, and alumni have a great presence in Chicago's creative workplaces. Creative preparation is integrated from the very first day, not just at the end of your college journey. It occurs both in and out of the classroom with many career services and resources available for students. As students build their bodies of work, staff in the Career Center will provide individual counseling, assist in building a personal brand, including things like setting up websites, business cards, and everything that can go and kind of excel you in your job search, in your brand building process. It really helps students explore careers and internship opportunities while you're a student. I always say, don't wait till the last semester, the last year, really use the Career Center from the moment you step onto campus. Now we have a lot of great opportunities for students and families to get to know more about Columbia, even in this virtual world. If you go to colum.edu/virtual, you'll be able to do virtual tours to see our campus, our residence halls. You'll be able to do one-on-one chats with admissions counselors to kind of get into more detail on questions that might pertain to you. You can learn more about scholarships and FAFSA aid, all that good stuff. So definitely take advantage by going to colum.edu/virtual. Now, this is my contact info. Again, my name is Yesenia Sanchez, and there's my email and more information about applying. Of course, you can just go to www.colum.edu and follow us on social media. Thank you all again for having me. If you want, go ahead and either take a picture, screenshot this part, and of course, let me know what questions you have. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yesenia, for presenting on Columbia College, Chicago. So we have heard from 3 schools. We have 2 to go. So just a reminder to our attendees about that Q&A box. That's the best way to drop in a question. You can direct it to a specific school, couple schools, or all of them if you want to hear more about certain programs they have in or out of the classroom. All right, our next school today is going to be DePaul University. So Amanda, take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Woolley, and I am Assistant Director of Admission for DePaul University, which is just located a few blocks north of Columbia. At least one of our campuses is located just a few blocks north of Columbia. So we are located in Chicago, Illinois, the 3rd largest city in the country. But we have 2 campuses located within the city, our Lincoln Park campus and our Loop campus. Our Lincoln Park campus is a more residential styled campus. It's also where most of our residence halls are located. There is more green space and traditional styled academic buildings, so you can feel like you are truly on a college campus. It is also located in a more residential neighborhood within the city of Chicago, where many other college students, not just from DePaul, live. And you can kind of get that feel from this picture that you see, which is taken from our Lincoln Park campus from atop one of our residence halls. You'll see in this picture the Fullerton stop of the Chicago L. In the picture, You can also hop on the L of either the red, purple, and brown lines, and then it heads straight to our other campus located in the Loop. The Loop campus is in the heart of Chicago in the downtown Loop neighborhood. It is our city campus, so it's known also as our vertical campus. Classes are held in high-rise buildings, not your traditional academic settings. And since we have these two separate campuses, to make things easier for our students, we offer what's called a U-Pass. This is a Metro card, and it comes with your student fees. So you never have to worry about getting from campus to campus or really from anywhere in the city. So even if you're coming from Chicago O'Hare or Midway airports, you can get to the campuses using your student U-Pass. This is a Metro card and a bus pass. So the city of Chicago is at your fingertips when you are a student at DePaul. On our next slide, it has kind of our by the numbers. So we divide our campus up by academic programs. So if you are interested in majors within business, communication, or computing and digital media, you'll take the majority of your classes at that downtown Loop campus. And the Loop is kind of the city center. It's where a lot of businesses are. So as a business major, you are taking classes right next to corporate headquarters and all of the things that you are learning about in your classes. If you are interested in more of our liberal arts, social sciences, and education majors, our science and health, or our conservatory programs of theater and music, you'll take the majority of your classes at the Lincoln Park campus. So if you're interested in more of that true social science or science and health background, you'll take those classes in the more residential neighborhood of Lincoln Park. As you can see by this slide, we have over 300 academic programs, with most popular being film and television, health sciences, and business. We actually have one of the oldest business schools in the country. And even though we are a large institution at about 16,000 undergrad, we are the largest Catholic school in the country. Our average class size is 22, and 90% of our classes are less than 40. 98% of our classes are taught by faculty, so you don't have to worry about grad students teaching you in the classroom. So they really are taught by professors. We also have a lot of combined and accelerated programs for a lot of different academic areas, including our law school, our business school, and an early opportunity with Rosalind Franklin Medical School. So if you do also come to us for undergrad and graduate school, you'll be eligible for the Double Demon discount at the graduate level courses. Being in the city of Chicago as a student, it allows for great opportunities when it comes for various companies around the city or for internships and part-time jobs. We also have a partnership with CineSpace Studios for our film and television students. CineSpace Studios is actually the largest studio space outside of LA. These are where Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, they all film out at CineSpace, and our students have 3 working stages out at that professional working studio. DePaul is on the Common Application, and we are free. We have also been test optional for the past 10 years. So as this year has kind of shown us, testing has been a challenge. So we really want to show you that we are very test optional. So if you do not have test scores, that is perfectly fine. You will also automatically be considered for merit-based scholarships with your application. And also we have wonderful visit opportunities. So definitely feel free to contact me. My contact information is on the slide here. I'm happy to connect you about different virtual options, visiting options, because we do want to connect you with different professors and students as you're in this search process. My last thing before I sign off is DePaul is on the quarter system, which is definitely a little different. So our academic units are 10 weeks long with an 11th week final. So our students get the entire month of December off. We are also proud to say that students don't have Friday classes unless they are in a lab class. So that's just a little bit about DePaul. I hope to chat with you more. Feel free to email me, and have a great night.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing DePaul. Our next presentation will be from Hartwick University.
Hi, my name is Shayna Papo. I'm a senior assistant director in the admissions for Hartwick College. And just to start to kind of introduce the campus, we are nestled in a hill in Oneonta, New York. It is a rural city, and we are built right into the side of a mountain, but it is absolutely beautiful, and we get to enjoy all 4 seasons throughout the year. So our big thing on our campus and our mission state is that we love to foster belonging. You'll get to find your place and your people here at Hartwick, and with our beautiful location, the vibrant living spaces, it's easy to feel at home here. One wonderful thing about the location of where we are technically the center of New York State, as obvious as that may can be, but we are very close to Cooperstown, which has the Baseball Hall of Fame, as well as to the west of us is the Animal Adventure Park, which actually hosts April the giraffe. So it's an exotic feeding animal park. I absolutely love it. So I am going to share my screen with everybody, I think, as long as I'm good with technology. And I'm going to optimize. And so this is one of our wonderful videos that I just love sharing with everybody.
It all starts on this hill. This is where belonging means being. Exactly who you are and who you'll become. It's where belonging means believing. You'll find the courage to surprise others, especially yourself. This is where you'll find your passion and purpose. You're just what the world needs.
And a wonderful fun fact I would just love to share too about that video is that those are all of our current students who I have had the pleasure to even take classes with myself when I was a current student. And every single shot that was taken was done so on our campus. So they were not done on some vibrant location. That is our campus, and that's exactly where you'll be living. If you're a biology major, you'll be fishing right in our Pine Lake, right as you saw those students as well. And you'll get to really touch base in everything that really what you want to be reaching out to. The way that we do this now for all of our students is a very distinctive offer we have called Flight Path. You receive a complete dedicated guidance team. It's a future-focused education, personal mentorship, and immersive career opportunities. And what makes this really special is that you get to gain the real world work experience early. I mean, as soon as your first semester in your first class, it can really take off. And we just want to try to help build that confidence in you right from day one. And we will help you document your progress in a digital resume. Even after you graduate, you can always go back to your professors, your advisors, even the alumni that you've worked with during your college time, and they can help you update it at any moment. So the second video I am going to share with you, as long as I can load it okay, is going to be and explain to you exactly how this flight path offer works for our students. So here we go.
This is your flight path. It's a new approach designed just for you. At Hartwick College, your education includes everything. It's where friends become family, clubs become communities, games are filled with true blue spirit, campus becomes a second home, and college creates lifelong memories. It's your journey that we'll take together, where every milestone builds towards your success. Let's begin. We'll start by learning more about you, because this is an experience made for you. You'll discover your natural strengths and what energizes you, so that you can explore majors, make connections, and tap into what's happening on campus. As a Hawk, you'll benefit from a personal guidance team that works with you to manage it all, including a success coach, a career coach, a faculty advisor, and an alumni mentor who will help you every step of the way. You'll take a seminar that'll help you set goals and understand your flight path. Next, you'll gain critical 21st century skills, 4 weeks at a time. Finally, you'll get to know your classmates even better by collaborating in special group projects both on and off campus. You'll learn what it takes to grow in your career and how to network during a 2-day professional conference. You'll make meaningful connections right here, right now, with alumni that work all over the country, finding mentors, landing internships, and taking full advantage of the Hawk Alumni Network. Every opportunity expands on what you've learned about yourself and your options. You'll have work experiences from clinicals and student teaching to research, always finding new ways to set yourself up for what's next. All throughout your time at Hartwick, you'll find yourself at home, in the heart of long-standing traditions, lasting friendships, and everything college is meant to be. You'll become more confident in yourself, more equipped for an ever-changing world, and you'll capture it all in a digital resume, so that you can show the world exactly what you're made of. Every step of your flight path builds towards your success. Your first year defines your path and builds a strong foundation. Your second year helps you become more professional and career ready. Your third year gives you real-world work experience. And in your final year, you'll reflect on what you've learned throughout all of your experiences and what that means for your future in a distinctive senior capstone. When you graduate, you'll be ready, and together with every Hawk beside you and the network of Hawks around the world, you'll be ready to soar.
And that is basically the understanding and, to say simply, the basics of Hartwick College. We are a free application and we are rolling admissions and always have been test optional. And I think that's the last I can definitely let you all know.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing Hartwick with all of us. So we've reached the end of our formal part of the presentation of our 5 schools. So we heard from today, the University of South Florida, College for Creative Studies, Columbia College Chicago, DePaul University, and Hartwick College. But we still have a few more minutes, and we hope that our attendees might think of some last questions they want to double check on, and also to grab some of that contact information from the chat that our representatives are sharing with you. So to sort of spend our last couple minutes together and for attendees to have a chance to do those things, I'd love to invite each representative to come back on camera, and we're going to do a little Q&A. We're going to go in the same order that you presented. When the first person ahead of you finishes, you can just feel free to turn your mic on and answer the question. It'll flow like that. So I won't, go from person to person or call on you during that. So our first question for all of you to share today is going to be, what is your favorite event or a tradition on campus that's really meaningful to your community? And we're going to start with the University of South Florida. Christy.
Yes, thank you. So my personal and favorite tradition on campus is going to be our Bulls Market. So that's a tradition that's been happening on every Wednesday on our campus for about 25 years now. And so basically what that is every Wednesday, it's a kind of a open outside market where local vendors or student organizations or different, local markets can come and set up, and students and faculty and staff can walk through and, support the local community. And it's a lot of fun. It's a really good time. I personally like it because a lot of the student organizations will set up there. So students can find kind of their club or their niche on campus.
I'd like to say that the College for Creative Studies has been undefeated since 1906 because we don't have any sports. But it's pretty awesome. Go Peacocks. But another thing, besides that joke that I really like is that during finals weeks or, end of the year, we always have these wonderful events where students can unwind, where we often have, farm animals come for like little petting zoos. We have puppy rooms where you can come and grab a snack, pet a puppy. We're a very, I think these events really create a culture. It's a great way to unwind, and things like that. Because, even though we are in art school, it is very challenging and competitive at times. So we want you to be able to take a break, step away from the studio, and come and enjoy yourself.
Awesome. For Columbia, I would have to say it's our urban arts festival called Manifest. We have every year at the end of the year. It's always that last weekend of classes in May. It's basically a arts festival produced and run by Columbia students. So everything from our exhibitions, live music, film screenings, original game videos, like literally it's all Columbia students' work that they get to kind of do as a last hoorah at the end of the year. And we take over our campus and Chicago streets so that we can basically put it on and allow them to showcase their work to the public. So that's definitely my favorite event on campus.
DePaul definitely has a lot, but one of my favorite things is, so most orientation programs into college are a week, maybe, a couple days during the summer, but at DePaul, we take your first full fall quarter and we want you to get immersed into the city of Chicago. We really consider the whole city our campus. So we do what's called a Discover or Explore Chicago course, where there are 150 different options of classes to take. So it could be the sports of Chicago. It could be the food of Chicago. I've been on an experience where I got to kind of get a taste of what students experience, where they went to the largest Mexican art museum, which is located in the Pilsen neighborhood of Chicago. It is a fabulous place. And so you get to learn all about the different parts of Chicago in these courses. And that's probably one of my favorite things about DePaul.
So for me, my favorite Hartwick Oneonta event is called O-Fest, O-H, and that stands for Oneonta Hartwick. And that's because we're right across the street from SUNY Oneonta. So their 8,000 students pair up with our 1,500 students, and they all vote on a B average artist to come to the city and put on a live concert. During the day, all of the different clubs, organizations, and all of the wonderful mom and pop shops that are on our main street just have all sorts of different vendors. And so basically from 10 o'clock in the morning until about 2 o'clock the following morning, it's just this massive citywide festival that families, professors, people who live and grew up in Oneonta love and live for this event every single year. So it really shows that we are more of a community instead of just a crazy college town. And it's something I love. One of the really cool things about where we're located, though, being the center of New York State, all year round, it's very easy for our students to get to all sorts of events across the state. So the Cooperstown inauguration during the summertime, students can stay. We can give you free busing all the way out to Rochester, even, which is about 3 hours away. Boston, no problem, which is 3 hours east, and even down to New York City, which is about 4 hours. All sorts of things we can do.
Awesome. I love hearing about all these different events and little extra tidbits about each of the schools. I hope that the attendees are interested, go and research this, look on social media, look online, and see if you can picture yourself taking part in these classes or events, festivals, and just to kind of get a feel for all of that with the student experience. With our next question, we have 5 admissions pros right here. They all are passionate about what they do, passionate about their schools, and helping students and families through this process. So I'd love each of you to share a piece of advice or a top tip that you have for students and families as they are going through the college search and decision journey. And we'll go in the same order. So I'll start with Christy from the University of South Florida.
Yeah, so the best advice I could give to students, especially when applying to USF, but also with other schools, is to apply early. Look at those deadlines, those application deadlines, because they will sneak up on you. And a lot of schools will have a priority deadline. And that priority deadline makes a huge difference, for schools, and also for us to see that you are really interested in us as well. So I would definitely just say best advice is keep those deadlines at the back of your mind and apply sooner rather than later.
Being a college of visual art and design, if you are interested in that pathway, I would highly encourage you to not only research your school, because all of the schools are so different, but understanding the difference between a specific visual art and design school versus a university that has an art program, and seeing what might be the best fit for you. And then also looking at the portfolio requirements, because even though we all are School of Visual Art and Designs, we all have different requirements. Some portfolios may have assignments, some don't, some may want a theme, some may just want your best work like CCS. So really doing your research, visiting, seeing what's the best fit for you, because I know that I have University of Michigan, Wayne State right by me, and a lot of students may want that more university feel than a visual, small little visual arts school feel. So we want to know, we want what is the best for you. So just doing your research and seeing what's the best fit for you.
I would say throughout your whole college search process, treat it as the investment that it is in yourself. No matter where you end up going, no matter where you end up applying, it is an investment in yourself. So ask your questions like they've been saying, make sure you're getting all the information you need. Even if it seems like a silly question, ask it anyway if you're going to feel better about it. It doesn't matter. It is an investment in you, your time, and your money. So make sure that you're making the best decision for yourself.
And I would say reach out to the admission counselors, reach out to the people like us. We're not scary. We're not, we're not going to bite. You're not wasting our time. This is what we do. We chat with you. So reach out to us with our questions. If it's small, if it's large, we are here to help you answer all of those questions. So don't be afraid of us. We want to help you. That's what we're here for.
And then I can tag on to that with definitely breathe. Yes, apply early, but that's so that way you can see all of your options, because that's what you have in a day like today. A lot of different options. So you don't want to be rushing. You don't want to be terrified. Ask us the questions, take your time, and give yourself time to make all of these different options possible. And that'll definitely help.
Yeah, this is some awesome tips and information, and I can just echo that it is absolutely all true, and I think covered so many different facets of this search journey. So I hope that it helps our attendees and those who are watching the video later to feel like you have some extra things to keep in mind as you start to navigate this whole process, because it really is an exciting and awesome time. Well, we've reached the end of our time together today. So first I want to say thank you to all of our panelists for not just presenting facts and figures and those admissions, deadlines and requirements, but also just how much you're passionate about your student experience and the opportunities for your students in and outside the classroom. I hope that everyone watching is enjoyed this. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to learn more about each of these schools. When you close your window today, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We hope that you'll answer that and provide any feedback that you have. Also, just a reminder again, this is one of many sessions that are being hosted, so we hope that you're signing up for additional sessions. And in about a week's time, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all other session recordings at strivescan.com/New Jersey. That is the same website where you registered and signed up, so you should be familiar to find out more information. We hope you'll watch more videos and learn more about other great schools. So again, thank you everyone for spending your time together with us today. We really appreciate it. Good luck and best wishes as you go on your college search journey. Thank you and goodbye.